Well, hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. Stay tuned to see how I create this full face glam. Hello everyone again. So I'm just doing this full face glam. You guys have always seen me just do my eyeshadow, so I just decided that I would do a full face glam for you guys. To show you that I do know how to do my full face, I just decide not to. It's actually been a hot minute since I've actually done my whole entire face. I usually just do my eyeshadow. But I decided, hey, why not? Let me just re-practice, because it actually has been a minute, so you guys can see that I'm forgetting a few things. Ooh, I'm getting so good with my editing, guys. Look at that. So with this, I'm just using a lighter concealer around my eyebrows just to make my eyebrows pop once I put on my eyeshadow. And for me, I just always feel like this looks a little bit better on me. It makes my eyebrows just go already pop. So then after I put on the concealer, I just buff that out with my beauty blender. For me, I like to wet my beauty blenders beforehand because it tends to glide on a lot better than when they're just fully dry. So then I'm using my Pro Liquid Concealer to do my eyes. And I just felt like it was just a lot easier to put on instead of my more matte concealer. And I always say put it a little bit lighter than your, foundation or your skin tone to make your eyeshadow pop. So now I'm just putting on my concealer. And all the products that I'm using are going to be listed in the description below so you guys can know exactly what I'm using. For me, I always like to use a brush instead of a beauty blender because once I start contouring, it always looks a little bit better once I to make my whole skin look flawless. I always just go over my face with it. As you guys will be able to see once I get closer towards that part of it. So I'm just touching up my brows a bit. Okay, so I'm going again with my liquid concealer underneath my eyes, and yeah, I'm just going over all of the purposeful areas. And here comes my babe, as always. He loves to make an appearance in my videos. Babe. But I love it though. Okay, so you guys will see that I've only put a little bit underneath my jawline because I'm going to go in actually with my other lighter concealer because it actually glides on a little bit better. And so I'm just going to buff that out. Thank you. He has been very helpful at being my right-hand man for this. Okay, so here's my concealer again. And I don't understand why I didn't use this first, but it actually glides on very nicely. So I'm just gonna buff that out. As you can see, it is actually very light, but you'll see while I do it in the first place. When I first started contouring, I always felt like you could never really see my contour, but I also wanted it to look very natural. This is me realizing that I look like a ghost. But, yeah, I found my way that just works for my face. So this is another concealer, which is a little bit darker than my skin tone. Actually, a lot darker than my skin tone. And this is going to be used for my contour. So I always go on my cheekbones, on my chin, on my nose, And go back in with the Beauty Blender and buff that out. I'm not gonna lie guys, when I was going through this, it has been such a long time since I've done this. I was thinking that it was not gonna come together. As you can see, that big fat line on the top of my forehead, and I just did not realize it was even there until a little bit later, but girl, I'll get there. Now I'm just taking my setting powder so I could bake my face. Usually I actually just use a beauty blender, but I was just trying something different a little bit, and I kind of put a little bit too much. Actually, I didn't put too much, but at this point I thought I did. And I'm just gonna leave this on my face while I do my eyeshadow. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going in with this darker shade, and this is just gonna go be the main crease portion of my eye. And after that, I'm going to take that lighter blue and put that right above it. And then I'm taking my fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend those together. Now I'm just going to take a little bit more of that dark color and put it in. I kind of went a little bit fast, but I did use the green from my Morphe palette because I like the way that green looks. And I'm taking my concealer again. I'm just gonna do a cut crease. Let me know in the comments. I know I do these voiceovers so often, but I'm trying to get a little bit better at interacting with you guys. So let me know in the comment section below if you guys have any tips or tricks or anything that I should talk about when I'm doing these voiceovers, because guys, I know, I'm sorry, my talking's a little dry. I'm still learning. I know you guys are tired of me saying that, but hey, it's true. Okay, so again, I'm going in with this. I mixed these two colors, which is like the brown, I mean not the brown, orange and the red, and I really like those two colors, so I just decided kind of like to mix them together. And my idea for this look was to, usually when you do a wing, you bring it upwards. So I decided to try to do a look where I pushed it downwards. So when you put this down, you want to push it past down your eye, not like upwards towards a wing. And I'm taking that blue shade that I also used on the top portion of my eye. I'm just going to be putting it above my eye. And this one's going to carry up over and meet the top of the cut crease. As you can see, look at all that setting powder is all on my hands, and it just looks like I have like polka dots all on my hand. It looks so funny to me. Okay, so right now I'm just using like the concealer that I used on my eyes, and I'm just, you know, cleaning up those lines, making it a little sharp. So I'm just taking the little blue shimmer portion, and I'm just like trying to figure out stuff. I end up putting it in a little bit differently, so you'll see how I end up putting it in later, but I skipped to doing the orange shimmer, and I do that right above the, like right between the blue and the orange. I love shimmer, guys. If you see all of my makeup looks, they all have shimmer in it. Shimmer just like, I just feel like it's so cute, and it literally just brings everything together. So that same blue that I was using at the corner, I'm putting it at the top of the cut crease. And that is it for that portion of it. So now I'm just going to buff all of that setting powder away. As you can see, it looks like it's a little too light, but you'll see how I buff that away. So then as you can see, I'm taking that same, without putting on any more foundation, I'm literally just using whatever is remaining and I'm just like blending it through. As you can see, it takes away all the lines. It's not too light or anything. Oh, it just feels like, oh yeah, cleaning up a little bit. But yeah, that's how you end up fixing that. So now it comes together a little bit better. So now I'm just doing a little bit of liner. I didn't want to do too much. This is just going to be to give me some guideline to doing my lashes. I don't do lashes that often, but I just wanted to do a full face glam, like I said in the beginning, which includes lashes for me. So going in with mascara just to, yeah. I forgot to put on the bottom portion, so I'm using the same two colors that I used before, the orange and the red, and just using that underneath and then just lining my bottom lashes, or my bottom line. And just a little more mascara. Okay guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I am not the best at putting on these lashes. Like, I usually get kind of impatient and I try to like air them out so that they stick enough, but then there's too much glue and then there's not enough glue. So yeah, usually I just put on a little bit and I kind of like take off some of the excess portion, put on my hand, and then try to put it in. So my left eye came out better than my right eye. So like this eye I felt like came out so perfectly. And then this eye, I might have cut the lashes wrong. I think that was literally what happened. Because as you can see, it's going to look like kind of funky. And I was like really confused because I was like, it didn't look this bad earlier. And I have definitely worn these lashes before. But just once I just looked too big, I was like, what is happening? And also like the top of my eyelashes were like blending with the bottom ones. Yeah, that just did not look good. I was like, why does this look funky? And then I was like, let me try this again. And I feel like I just needed to move it a little bit closer. And I also might have cut it differently. So I tried to fix it as best as I could, but you know, it is what it is. You do what you can do. Yep, came out a little bit better. So yeah, this is me trying to like just put a little mascara on the inside. And that is the finished full face glam. Actually, no, it's not. It's like, yeah, I forgot to put on my highlighter. And I have got this highlighter, I think for Christmas sometime from somebody, I can't remember. But honestly, it is beautiful and I love the colors in it. There's like a browns and some pinks, but I just used a brown on this one. And then honestly, I just picked a gloss that I had just sitting actually on my table. Just to blend the full face together. And yes, guys, that is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle a little bit with this full face glam, but I hope you enjoyed watching these videos. Again, don't forget to let me know in the comment section below if you have any tips or tricks that you guys would like to see more of in my videos. Please, I read all my comments. And here again is my posing and my babe. This is not that kind of video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad you guys are along for this journey. But bye, my peeps. Thank you for watching. Bye.